Hi everyone, this is my 7-minute warm-up that I use with most of my clients and with myself that is good for any type of exercise, strength training, endurance training, and or just a 5 or 6 minute workout, mini workout that you can do on any day at any time. So here it is. We're going to start at the bottom. We're going to start at the feet, okay? First thing you're going to do is you're going to circle each ankle, kind of going to one direction first, and then going the other direction second. Now what you'll notice, I'm doing about 4 reps in each direction. I like to do about 1 rep per decade that you've been alive. So I'm 45 years old. I don't mind admitting it. So I'm doing about 4 reps one way, 4 reps the other way. So that's going to mobilize my ankles and my toes, all right? I'm going to work my way up to my hips. We're going to get there. We're going to kind of skip the knees because we don't want to mobilize the knees. We want to stabilize the knees. So what I'm going to do with the hips, I'm going to go forward. And as I come forward, I'm going to squeeze my butt. All right, so then we've got four rotations this way, squeezing the glutes this way, and then I'm going to go the other way, doing about 4 in that direction as well. Okay? Then, next thing, similar idea, I'm going to come into a lunge position. All right? This front leg is slightly bent. This back leg is locked out with the toes kind of at 45-degree angle that way. I'm not straight out here, and I'm not straight forward, about 45 that way. Lunging. Then I'm going to circle my hips here, and as I come forward, I'm going to squeeze my glutes going that way. All right, and as I go this way, I do the same thing. Squeeze here, squeeze, squeeze, right? Okay, then I'm going to go the other way. Now, why is it so important to squeeze your glutes? Your glutes tend to go to sleep as you get older. We spend so much time sitting on our glutes that they stop working, right? So turning them on a little bit, doing these little rotations is really useful. Then what I'm going to do is go down to a lunging, a deep lunge, like this. And I'm turning this side so you can see what I'm doing. Okay? I'm going to hang out here for a moment, try to get my back leg straight. Then I'm going to push this leg back, kind of go to a mini down dog like yoga. I'm going to take my right leg forward. Same thing on that side. Trying to keep that back leg straight. Then I'm going to go back, shifting between these two positions. Forward. All right? And what I'm doing is I'm stepping to the outside of that hand, all right? That's, I think, 2 per side. That's good at counting and keeping track of the movement the whole time. That's okay, all right? All right, so somewhere between 3 and 5 on each side. A little bit of work through that groin and the hip each time. All right, then I'm going to stand on up. I'm going to do what my client Anton Pratt calls the Grace Jones, okay? So what that is, shoot one leg behind me, extend the arms forward and overhead. There's a little bit of a balance thing here. So you might see me topple in a second here. I'm kind of on an uneven ground here, but I'm going to do my best. And again, I'm going to do about 5 on this one. I like to do about 5 or 6 just because the hamstrings tend to be kind of tight. Now you see my back leg. I want to keep that foot more or less pointing toward the floor. It's going to flare out a little bit, but I don't want to turn it into an airplane move where I open way up. I want to keep this hip pretty closed up and looking for a stretch in the hamstring of that supporting leg. Once I get into these, again, I go a little bit higher rep, just because, again, we're talking about some muscles that tend to get pretty tight, all right? So that's about 5 or 6 reps right there, all right? Then what we're doing is I'm going to go up to my thoracic spine. This is a little bit of a weird one, a little funky here. We're going to go forward like we're Superman, poking the chest forward, right? Then I'm going to round back. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, okay? Now we get really funky. We go side to side. So this chest goes this way, this way. This way, this way. This one might take a little practice. That's okay. People want to go, oh, the hips, the head. Try to isolate the chest. This is an area that doesn't move a whole lot. We keep it kind of stuck. So mobilizing it by doing this weird little move is useful. Then, watch this. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to take it in a circle. So this chest is going to go back to the side, forward to the other side, back side, forward side, back side, forward side. Trying to keep my hips fairly still as I do this. Then I'm going to go the other way. Back, side, forward, side. Back, side, forward, side. Back, side, forward, side. Back, side, forward, side. Weird movement, but very useful. Next thing I'm going to go. Now, this is important. I've stolen this from Dr. Andrea Spina. Big truck going by, sorry about that. Dr. Andrea Spina, okay? I'm doing shoulder circles, but what I'm doing is I'm making sure to get a nice contraction in the back there. So I could do just little shoulder circles, and that can be kind of useful, but I really want to get a nice contraction in the back, so I feel all those back muscles starting to turn on, particularly those muscles between my shoulder blades, all right? I'm doing about 4 in that direction and about 4 in this direction. Again, got a couple more times around the track than me, you go a couple more reps, all right? It doesn't really matter the exact number, we just want to lubricate those joints. All right, next thing. This is stolen from, and again, all of this is a hybrid of lots of different moves I picked up along the way from lots of different sources. This is from the Egoscue method. I bring the arm straight out to the side. I make loose fists with my hands. Then I take my shoulder blades and I squeeze them together as hard as I can, all right? And I keep them squeezed as I make these little circles with my arms, okay? On this one, I like to think of 10 circles as 1 rep. So what that means is I'm going to do about 40 reps going forward. Now, again, it's important. It's hard to see this, but it's important to keep your shoulder blades squeezed together while you do this. Keep those squeezed together. Most of us, we loosen up through the upper back. Those muscles between the shoulder blades tend to get a little tired and stretched out just from sitting all the time. Let's call that about 40. Flip the hands over, squeeze the shoulder blades. Again, now make circles going back. Same idea. So I'm stabilizing the muscles between the shoulder blades. I'm not poking my head forward like this. I'm trying to keep the head right on top of my spine. I'm continually making those circles, and the shoulders are starting to burn. That's okay. So again, this is a warm-up. We're raising the temperature, getting a little blood flowing through the joints. And I'm going to call that about 40, even if it's not, because my shoulder's starting to hurt. All right. Next thing, also from Egoscue, same idea with these loose fists, this time elbows straight out to the side, okay? I bring the elbows as close as I can together in the front. Now, I've worked on this so I can get my elbows to touch. Other people, they might just be able to get to here. Now, you're going to be tempted to go whoop and bring them down here like this. Don't do that. Bring them up, keep them parallel to the ground, and then go wide out to the side. On this one, it's about 15, 20. Now, it's important to get that squeeze in the back, squeeze in the back. Now, why is this so important? Again, most of us slouch. Most of us spend most of our day sitting and most of our day slouching, right? Rounded forward on a couch, at the desk, in the car, all right? So what this does is it pulls those shoulder blades back and together, and it works against that rounded thing, and at the same time, we're stretching out that chest. So I'm looking for about, for me, again, 20 reps is a big one for me to keep that, keep those shoulder blades pulled back so I don't look like a, slouchy desk jockey, even though I do spend a lot of time at desk. There we go. So we'll call that, again, about 20. Go for about 20 here, okay? Next thing with the shoulders, very simple. Going for large, sorry, my hand's going out of the screen, but you can see what it's doing there. Large circles going back, going back. Now here, again, this is an Andrea Spina thing. I want to get contraction here. So it's really like a morning stretch, right? A stretch that I do in the morning, right? Right, so it's not just a fast, I'm really getting some nice contraction. I'm making as large circles as I can. I'm feeling a stretch across here. I'll feel a stretch in the bicep, and I'll feel some action going on in and around my shoulder blades as I go to the back. Then I'm going to do the same thing in the other direction, making as wide a circle as I can. Now watch my hand. I turn it to the outside. Hard to see. Turn to the outside as I go to the back. Turn to the outside as I go to the back. Turn to the outside as I go to the back. And that's going to make sure that I get a nice stretch in the bicep. Again, about 4 or 5 reps on each side. There we go. Okay. Next one. Now we're switching over to something called Z-Health. This is designed by a guy named Dr. Eric Cobb, a chiropractor, who again works with joint mobility. So what I'm going to do is bring the arms out to the side, and I make some little circles going over top, right? Like I got some big plates spinning here, right? About 4 in that direction. Then I do the same thing going this way. Yeah. Right? Then I go underneath, like I'm stirring 2 giant pots. I'm trying to keep my elbows as parallel to the ground as I can, right? And then I go the other way, stirring the pots in the other direction, right? Now, once you practice that a little bit, then you can start to switch between going up So I'm spinning the plates, I'm stirring the pots. Spin the plates, stir the pots, spin the plates, stir the pots. Then I'm going the other way. Pots, plates, pots, plates, pots, plates, pots, and plates. Good. So that's warming up those rotator cuffs in the shoulder that you often hear people pulling or injuring in some way. Then I'm going to go with hands. I'm going to take my hands to the front like this, and I'm going to squeeze each finger sequentially. Then I'm in fists. Then I'm going to flip it and release. So I'm going to go grab and release, grab and release. And if I do this with enough focus and attention, even just 4 or 5 reps is enough to really warm up the fingers and the wrists and the forearms. Good. All right. So now I like to finish. Some people like to start with the neck. I like to go floor up because now all this is kind of warm. So now I can move the neck. And you'll see that I'm moving my arms and my shoulders as well. Some people like to kind of stick it, or they go, okay, just working the neck. I like to let the movement continue down past the neck level, just to reinforce the idea that the neck bone's connected to the chest bone, right? Left to right. Then I'm going to go forward and back, right? And again, I'll show you from the side. Same idea, right? So I go back, the chest comes forward. As I go forward, the back goes back. See that? So I'm not stuck, right? The neck vertebrae are pretty small, pretty delicate joints. I want to reinforce this idea that it's all connected, it's all one, okay? Then I'm going to turn right and left, same idea. A little bit of rotation, as you see through my shoulders. I'm not trying to freeze those shoulder blades in place, the shoulders in place. I'm just letting them turn, all right? And then the final one is this kind of turtley move. I bring the head back, right, kind of making this double chin, and then forward, back, forward, back, forward. And again, I get some reciprocal effect in the chest, all right? Final thing, circle of the head, all right? Again, looking for about 4 or 5 reps there. Could be a little crunching through the neck. And as you see, if I focus on it, I allow the entire body to move as well. So you'll see that my head goes back, my hips and my chest are kind of doing the opposite thing. I think I've done both sides here, but it feels so good, I might as well just do a little bit more. Good. And that's it, all right? That's the whole thing. I don't know how long that is, probably about 5-6 minutes. Pretty easy, pretty quick, and useful for any type of movement or exercise, or any time throughout the day when you feel like you're getting kind of stove up and you want to feel loose again. All right? Try that out. Let me know how it goes for you. Good luck.